Hello, I'm Kat Cutillo.
$600 million has already been cut from university and state colleges across California. Breaking this law could result in fines, and repeat offenders could receive up to 30 days in jail.
One item hitting holiday markets today is proving not all that glitters is gold. Everything's served on a flatbread and you eat with your hands. I highly recommend the vegetarian sampler or the meat sampler. If you would like to learn more about laughing for the health of it, please visit laughterforall.com. That's all the news for tonight. Thanks for watching. I'm Kat Cutillo.
Many consider the hate to be a mecca of counterculture, drawing all types of street dwellers. But a new ordinance that's been proposed called the Sit-Lie Law might make sitting on hate and other commercial districts in the city illegal.
I've been doing this for 5 years, but I honestly feel like I was born a dog walker.
He charges $15 per walk, lets overnight dogs sleep in his bed, and he's always happy to barter.
You know, one client who couldn't afford to send their dogs out 5 days a week, so I accept tattoos as payment instead. I never particularly wanted tattoos, but it seemed like it was in the best interest of the dog.
So I decided to be the pen guy. So now when people see me driving by, they say, "Oh, dude, it's the pen guy, pen guy!"
A graphic designer by trade, Costa says he's always had a fascination with pens.
There's drama with pens. Everybody gets it. Everybody has this drama, every daily drama. You're like, "Where's my pen? My favorite pen? Did you take my pen? Who took all the pens?"
Ready? As ready as I'll ever be. Here, and run, 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 run. Oh my God! Holy! Oh my!
We want solutions that will be answered for many more people as well.
Once a week, Cameo Wood tends her beehives on a rooftop in the Mission. She is part of a growing urban beekeeping movement and says the view from above is the bee's knees.
I specifically picked this rooftop so that I would be in the most beautiful urban setting possible.
And when she's not tending her hives, she's tending her store, Her Majesty's Secret Beekeeper, which she says is the only urban beekeeping store in the world.
What we do here is we train people to basically learn about bees, bee biology, and how to take care of bees in the unique environments of an urban setting. So rooftop beekeeping, backyard beekeeping.
She opened her store last summer and sells all things relating to bees, including locally made honey, beeswax, beekeeping supplies, and a couple times a year she even sells bees.
The bee is something that's unique in that it's really captured poets and writers and scientists. It's a really unique animal. It also provides sustenance, not only in honey, but also in its pollination activities.
Bees help grow a full third of our nation's food, and California relies on bee pollination to grow the world's most almonds. But in the last 4 years, commercial beekeepers say colony collapse disorder has been killing their buzz.
We're not really sure whether it's some sort of a virus or a parasite or what's causing it. It might even be just a pesticide that's being used.
And although commercial bees are still disappearing, the epidemic's widespread media attention has only helped urban beekeeping, inspiring many to join the movement.
I realized I knew nothing about bees' role in keeping everything together and the balance of nature that is so dependent on the work that the bee does. And urban beekeepers tend to raise bees with the strongest genetics. You know, if I can play a part in doing some of that, I'm happy to, and it's a lot of fun.
And Cameo says the growing number of urban beekeepers has also been good for business.
People have just been very receptive to the store. I think it's the right store at the right time in the right place.
But things weren't always this sweet. In fact, Cameo happened upon beekeeping after facing a buzzkill of her own.
I used to be involved in the high-tech field in Silicon Valley, and I got laid off.
And so Cameo decided to branch out and get a beekeeping hobby to fill her time, but couldn't find any classes or stores to get her started.
And I decided, if I really was interested in beekeeping, I'll just go all the way, and I opened up a store.
And as for the future of commercial bees, Cameo says sometimes the best solution really is to branch out.
This epidemic has made people realize that we shouldn't hinge the entire future of the human race upon the honeybee's health.
Reporting from San Francisco, I'm Kat Cutillo. Meet the Mercedes-Benz art car, Costa Schuler's daily ride.
Somebody actually had given me this car. I woke up one morning and an idea for pens came to me. So I decided to be the pen guy. So now when people see me driving by, they say, "Oh, dude, it's the pen guy, pen guy!"
A graphic designer by trade, Costa says he's always had a fascination with pens.
There's drama with pens. Everybody gets it. Everybody has this drama, every daily drama. You're like, "Where's my pen? My favorite pen? Did you take my pen? Who took all the pens?" And then people throw pens away anyways.
He says a good portion of his pens come from students.
Kids go through pens like crazy every year, and they just throw them out. So put one of these bins there in the hallway, and they just drop them in there.
His wife Sandy says she and their 3 children weren't initially prepared for the extra attention.
When everywhere we went, we really started getting looks. Then I realized our lives kind of changed at that point. Because everywhere you go, it's a parade.
Costa said he also had moments of doubt.
The first couple of years, I thought, what the hell have I done to my car? I'm like, what am I doing? What is this? I would like put 100 pens on. I'm like, oh my God, what have I done?
But 10,000 pens later, Costa says there's not a shred of doubt left.
This car is like a joy on wheels. Someone's walking along, they're having a miserable day, and all of a sudden this car comes along, and it lights them up. All for a moment, it brings them out of their funk. It sort of changes their perspective for a moment in a good way. So that to me is the most important part.
Each pen has a story.
This is an interesting pen. This is actually a pen car, right? It was given to me by this couple who'd been married like for 50, 60 years.
But some of the best stories are from the pens Costas has given away.
I meet somebody who's looking at a pen, they're totally into this pen. And they're like, oh, I'm totally into like wooden pigs, whatever, right? And they're like, and they won't let it go. So sometimes I get to give it to them. So it's a way to give back and connect with people.
Everywhere we go, it brings joy and laughter and sort of a tilt. It's like instant out-of-the-box thinking. Plus the metaphor of taking trash and saying, no, this isn't trash. It's valuable, it's beauty. You know, and it's like you could totally translate that into how we see people.
Wild Bill Peacock is a hard one to miss on the road, driving a car stacked with doggy bags, bullhorns, and an unlikely honk.
I like the quacking because it's so incongruous. Like nobody expects the dog walker to quack at them. Everybody ready? You guys ready?
He walks 30 dogs a day, 7 days a week, including his own dog Gunner, who he calls his co-pilot.
Sitting. Thank you, Margot. That was a very good sit. I've been doing this for 5 years, but I honestly feel like I was born a dog walker. Guys, leave the stroller alone. Thank you, Blue.
He charges $15 per walk, lets overnight dogs sleep in his bed, and he's always happy to barter.
You know, one client who couldn't afford to send their dogs out 5 days a week, so I accept tattoos as payment instead. I never particularly wanted tattoos, but it seemed like it was in the best interest of the dog.
And Bill says walking dogs has changed his life.
This is not a job. This is a lifestyle. I live with dogs. My whole house is devoted to dogs, and I just love it. Hey!
But the grass was not always this green for Wild Bill. In fact, just 5 years ago, he felt like he was living life on a short leash, working a desk job.
It felt like I was going on a road trip every day, like go strap into my desk and sit there for 8 hours and get off at the end of the road trip at the same place I started. And so it's just like, just running in circles for no reason.
But his days of chasing his own tail are over. He's found leading the pack has not only helped his head, it's helped his health.
Probably lost 30 pounds as I started doing this. I'm no longer pre-diabetic. I was on 8 different prescription medications 5 years ago. I'm on none now.
And despite the fact that dog walking is not always easy, and it's not always glamorous, Bill says running with the pack has been the best medicine.
In many, many ways, what your mother told you was true. Go out and get some sunlight and some exercise, and you'll feel better.